Once upon a time, there was a wise and powerful king who ruled a vast kingdom. His kingdom was known for its prosperity and harmony. One day the king was walking in the royal gardens when he met a serene and radiant monk. The monk was a sannyasi, which means he had given up his possessions and lived a life of simplicity. This sannyasi lived in a humble abode in the forest near the kingdom. Under the shade of a majestic tree, he would meditate and find bliss in the simplicity of nature. His calmness and inner peace had a magnetic effect on all who came near him. People from the surrounding villages sought solace in his presence, as his wise counsel offered solutions to their problems. News of the sannyasi's wisdom and tranquility spread like wildfire, even reaching the king's ears. Intrigued and eager to experience the monk's presence himself, the king decided to visit the sannyasi. When the king and his minister arrived at the forest abode, they were welcomed with the sannyasi's warm and compassionate gaze. The king was captivated by the monk's serene demeanor and the soothing words that flowed from his lips. From that moment on, the king began visiting the sannyasi regularly, cherishing their insightful conversations. As their bond deepened, the king's love for the sannyasi grew immensely. He yearned to share his palace comforts with the sannyasi, believing that such an esteemed guest deserved the finest treatment. One evening, the king insisted that the sannyasi accompany him to the palace. Though hesitant, the sannyasi finally acquiesced to the king's request. In the opulence of the palace, the king showered the sannyasi with respect and hospitality. During royal gatherings, the monk was given a place of honor, sitting only one step below the king. One day, the king and the sannyasi went for hunting in a forest, and while chasing the prey got lost on their way. Both went alone. There was no soldier with them. From morning till evening, while searching for the way, but they could not find the way to return back to the palace. Both were very tired, and they were also very hungry, but there was nothing to eat. Then the king's eyes fell on a fruit on the tree. There was only one fruit on that tree. The king immediately climbed the tree and plucked that fruit. Due to hunger, the king was thinking that he should eat that whole fruit. But his deep love for the sannyasi made him think of his companion's well-being before his own. He divided the fruit into 6 pieces and offered half to the sannyasi. Sannyasi started eating them. After eating his share of fruits, the sannyasi said, "Wow, wonderful, I have enjoyed it. I have never eaten such delicious fruits in my life before today. Please give one more slice." That king loved that sannyasi very much, so he gave another piece of fruit from his share to the sannyasi. That sannyasi says after eating that slice, "Wonderful, very tasty. Please give one more slice." On hearing this talk of that sannyasi, the king feels a little excess because the fruit was one and both were hungry. But that king's love for that sannyasi was so much that he also gives the second part of his share to that sannyasi. That sannyasi quickly eats that other piece as well and says, "Wow, very good. Bliss has come. If one more section is found, then it will be amazing. Please give one more piece." Hearing this, the king says to that sannyasi, "This is wrong. I am hungry too. Let me eat at least one." Then the sannyasi snatches the last piece from the king's hand. The king said, "Wait. Now you are crossing all limits. I love you so much. Don't you love me at all? Don't you see my hunger? I too have been wandering with you since morning." Saying this, the king snatched the last piece from the sannyasi hand and kept it in his mouth. As soon as the king placed the piece in his mouth, he immediately spit it out, because that fruit was bitter poison, so bitter that knows no bounds. Feeling remorseful, the king said to the sannyasi, "You are mad. How did you eat such a bitter fruit?" "Why did you not complain?" The sannyasi replied with a smile. "Would it be fair for these hands, which have fed me so many sweet fruits, to complain about a single bitter one?" Hearing this, the king hugged that sannyasi. The king was impressed by the sannyasi approach. He realized how often he had focused on a few bitter moments in life while ignoring the multitude of sweet blessings he received. Friends, that king is our life, and that sannyasi is we ourselves. Our life has given us many sweet fruits, but we are always complaining for those few bitter fruits which life has given us. There are thousands of good things in our life, but we always cry for some little bad things. We are not able to see the good things of life. We just get entangled in what are the shortcomings in life, and this is the biggest source of our sorrow, worry, trouble, and failure. Because we are not filled with gratitude for what we have, we only have grievances. Whatever we are filled with gratitude for, those things come back to us manifold. So whatever good is happening in your life, and if you want it to come back to you manifold, Be filled with thankfulness towards everything, whether it is money, good relationships, honor, or prestige. Suddenly you will feel that the relationships which did not bring you happiness, the things which you find useless, for whom you had no respect, you were not satisfied. You will start getting happiness from the same things, same relationships. You will start being more satisfied and happy. The feeling of thanks, that is, the power of gratitude, is not less than a miracle for human life, because it leads our thoughts towards positivity. If we look carefully, there are many such things around us for which we can thank God. Clean air, clean water to drink, healthy body, our eyes, our ears, our hands and feet. How great it is to have good eyes. Ask that person who is blind. Ask the price of good ears to those who are deaf. Ask the importance of a healthy body to those who are sick, if such people get only one chance to get the desired boon. So these people will first ask for the boon of making their body healthy. Therefore, if we have a healthy body, then it is thanks to God for it. If we are able to eat good food tonight, then thank God for that too. Because tonight, millions of people in the world are going to go to bed hungry. At least, we are not among them. If we are full of gratitude for everything, we learn to be happy even in the worst of circumstances. So be happy and enjoy your life with gratitude.